Welcome to The Clopen Effect, a retail podcast. Thanks for hanging out with us today. I'm your host, Meredith.
And I'm your host, Cass.
Let's have some fun.
You can start recording. It's
I
fine.
am recording. You just can't be like throwing me under the bus in front of my kids who listen.
All right, Meredith has never done anything bad in her life. She's a perfect angel.
I am perfect.
Just like her children.
Yeah. See, I tell my kids. I told them about all of our stories.
You
just
did?
I
because
have no stories. I am boring. My life is so boring.
Me and Val have some pretty
We've
good
got
stories.
some stories.
So I've brought up Val on the show. Welcome, Val.
Yay!
I'm happy to be here. I'm excited.
Yes.
I've been waiting.
Episode 12.
So I've brought up Val before in the show because she helped me pick beer cans out of my bushes in the middle of winter, probably. And because my grandma saw all of our beer cans from our bonfires in the back.
Yeah. That was the best. Cass's house was the best because
There was no rules.
no. And I just be like,
Shh, my mom listens.
Mom, can I go over to Cassie's? Sure. Okay, bye.
She like your mom. If your mom knew today, like what we did, she would be like, "Hell
I was
no!"
dying in a field of vodka poisoning.
Yes, we created that meme.
Yeah, we did.
Our generation
Oh, for
created that
sure.
meme. Yeah. Oh, that's great.
There's been a lot of nights. So, yeah.
Man,
Okay.
I'm boring.
Whatever.
I do that stuff now at 45.
No, me and Cassie, we've been hanging since freshman year.
I'm trying
I
to
know.
catch
For
up.
high
I'm trying to
school.
catch up.
Yeah. Yeah. Me and you have known each other for what, like 25 years
Yes,
now?
yes. And
Which
we had
is
the best time.
absolutely disgusting to me
That
that
is
I've known
awesome.
somebody for 25
That is
years
so
and it's not a
awesome.
relative.
And we've had fun. We've got stories. We've had
Oh my
a lot
God.
of fun.
We're not gonna get too deep
No,
into that,
no,
no.
no. No.
Stick with retail.
Yes.
Although I don't think my
Okay.
grandma listens, so
All right, you're good then.
she probably wouldn't be shocked. She'd be like, "Yeah, I know. Who do you think created all of
Yeah,
that?
right.
You think you made that up?" She was doing it before we
Oh
were.
yeah. Yeah.
So we brought Val on today because you've had some interesting jobs.
Yeah. I've worked in a lot.
Yeah. You've worked a lot of customer service, right?
Yes. First one was probably Michael Todd's dry cleaning.
Oh my God, you got me a job there and I only
Yes.
worked there for like 2 weeks.
Is that local to here?
Spring Grove.
Spring Grove.
Okay.
I think they're out of business now. It's still
Yeah.
there, but they're not there.
They're not there anymore. Yeah.
That one was fun. It was easy after school.
Yeah.
Any crazy
I was
stories
I was the only one there,
Yeah,
so I
they
could
like
just
you were like 15 and they leave you alone there to like take
Yeah.
people's dry cleaning and hand it out.
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
and I get to do whatever I want. No
Yeah.
one ever came to check on me.
I don't
ever.
think we ever had cell phones then.
No.
So how do we entertain ourselves?
I colored. A lot at work, 'cause I would
Did
get
you also do
boring.
the dry clean? The
No,
dry clean?
I,
Or
so I
just
would
took
I
it
would
in?
just take everybody's stuff in and ask them what their gross stains
Oh
were on
my
their clothes,
God.
and have to write it down and try not to touch it and tag it. And
Oh,
yeah,
God.
people would, if they came back and it'd be on there, they'd be mad at you, and you're like, what do you want me to do?
you want me to do
Like,
with these sheets?
I don't know. Like I don't clean it here. They
Yeah.
clean it and bring it back.
Yeah, because like the guy in the van would come and
Yes.
come pick everything up, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh
and
my
then you
God.
got-
With
and
the
then-
boxer shorts.
And
or
you'd have to
what?
hang it all and
Yeah.
number it all and turn it in the computer.
Yeah.
It was.
And then they'd be there for their dry cleaning. I lost my ticket. And
Yeah.
you're like, well, then we lost your clothes, bitch.
How you like
Yeah.
my new sweatshirt?
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So then that was your first job. And like
For
literally,
all of high school.
you were
really.
like 15 when you started
Yeah,
working
I
there.
worked there all the way until my senior year because it was perfect. Monday through Friday, 3 to 9, and every other Saturday.
And
So.
here I am waitressing every weekend.
Yeah, it was an easy job. I liked it, and then then I moved in with Adam after that.
I
So
know.
I'm trying to think of what
So
I did
yeah,
after that.
then you got married and started having kids,
Yeah.
which you're still married now. How long have
Yes.
you been with your husband?
25 years total, 19 married.
Yeah.
Oh, how
We've been together
wonderful.
since we were 14.
Isn't that
Amazing.
crazy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like nobody can even say that
No.
anymore.
No.
It was hard, but we're
You
it's
guys
good-
had your up
good.
and downs,
Oh
and
yeah,
everybody
but
does.
everybody does.
Yeah.
But it's good now.
Me and Meredith complain about our husbands
Oh,
every
yeah.
once in a while,
No,
even
I
though they're
don't. No, I don't, sweetie. Don't worry
perfect.
about it.
Our husbands are perfect, but you know we're just
Yeah.
spoiled, so we have to complain about something.
That's how I feel. People look at me like, "Well, shut up." I'm like, "What? He is annoying sometimes."
So we were just saying, because my husband's much older than me,
Yeah.
and he's like getting ready to retire,
Yes.
and your husband only has a few more years of work
Yeah.
before he's ready to retire, because
He's
like
been-
my
he's-
husband, he got into it
Yeah, he
like
was 19
in high school. Yeah.
he was 19 and got into the union. So
Yeah, that's good for him.
And my husband wants to retire, but I keep telling him no.
It's taking a toll out on him. You could definitely tell he's slowing down.
I can tell he's a laborer.
He's a laborer in the
yeah.
union, so he specializes in masonry labor, but he can labor for anything.
Yeah.
And
same as my husband.
he's definitely not 19 anymore. You can tell it takes him a while to get moving when he gets out of the car.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
You can go look at my husband and see what your husband's going to look like in 20 years.
Yeah.
They don't move too fast anymore.
Aw.
Yeah. No, they don't.
We still love him, though.
Yes.
Poor Johnny. He was on the floor on Friday. Remember, he was coloring.
Oh my God,
Bailey.
I forgot with Bailey, with the retail rock star's daughter.
He crawled all the way on the ground to color with her.
Geez. That's
And then
hard to
he's
get
on
up.
his way back up. He's like leaning on a chair. He's looking at me. He's like, oh,
I was say that had to probably be hard to get
red
back up.
face. I'm like, oh man, your
You know
poor
what?
body.
You know he liked Bailey if he got down on the floor for
Oh,
her because
yeah.
like he'll drop something and just like kick it. Like, fuck it.
The dog will get it.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, he ain't bending over for nothing unless it's absolutely necessary.
Oh, their poor bodies.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
do. I
happens-
feel bad. He can't even lift his arm anymore.
Yeah.
Like here. And
Yeah.
like I feel bad.
That's what happens when you shovel and pound
Yeah,
steaks
he can't
your
even
whole
throw the
life.
ball with AJ. Like that hurt.
Yeah.
I know he hates that. 'Cause
Yeah.
He's like, I want to throw the football, but
Yeah.
one throw and he's done.
Yeah, for sure.
And he's like, I need a drink. It hurts.
Yeah,
It's the only thing that helps loosen it up.
Have a couple drinks and then he can start throwing the ball.
Yeah.
again.
Then he'll pay for it the next day.
Yeah.
It's going on and on.
Yeah, it's a
Well, then you
never-ending-
just take Advil when you wake up in the morning.
Yeah, he usually does pop a few of those before he leaves. Has his little stuff set out in the morning on the counter. His phone, his wallet, his Advil.
Phone,
His
wallet,
breakfast,
keys, Advil.
It's his
Advil
Tums,
breakfast,
Yeah. His Tums
Oh.
and acid pills too.
Our poor guys, they
Yeah.
work so hard for us.
Because they love us.
Yeah.
So then I know you were a bartender for a while
Yes,
too.
I did that. I worked at, it was the Town Pump in Spring Grove.
Oh, God, I remember
Now it's
that.
the Grove, but I was
Yeah.
working there as Town Pump. I worked
Yeah.
there for probably 3 years.
Yeah, you worked there for a while.
It was
I
all
used
the
to come up and
old,
see you.
old regulars.
I was just going to ask that if it was just
Yeah.
all the regulars.
Yeah,
there.
because then that was almost 19 years ago.
Oh, my
Because
God,
like this is
yeah.
19. Yeah, it was like
Oh, yeah,
it
because
was a
she was a
mechanic.
baby.
Yeah, she was
Yeah.
a baby when I went, and there was a mechanic down the road. He'd come in for coffee, and then like all the barber shop guy would come in.
Oh my God, yeah.
There was another guy, Cosmo Tools in Spring Grove. Their whole family would come in for lunch. It was
Yeah.
all regulars every day, same people.
Yeah.
But it was fun. They were all
That
nice.
is fun. You know, I always said when I was bartending, like you would meet these like super creepy old guys, and not creepy like in like gross creepy, but you know, you could just tell like their face is very weathered and like, you know, creepy like that. Like
Yeah.
not to be scared of them.
Yeah.
But they always had the best stories.
Yes,
Those guys
yes.
always had the best stories. You know, they had like just an amazing life, you know, and they had so many stories to tell.
Yeah.
I always
Now, do you
loved
think a
my
lot of
regulars.
them were true, or
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, they were. All of them were.
You know
true?
what?
All the stories?
they
Who
were-
knows?
Yeah,
Like-
that's what I'm wondering.
You know what?
sometimes.
Okay, so maybe if they were in their 40s and creepy, they were bullshitting.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah.
when they were like 70 and like old, like that, like they didn't have time for bullshit. Like they didn't give a shit what you thought.
Yeah.
You know, they were too old to care. So like either you were interested in their story or you weren't. You
Yeah.
know? So yeah, I don't think.
Now,
they
as
would
bartenders,
BS.
do you have to be interested in everyone's story?
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah.
You're kind of their free therapy.
Yeah, you just-
right.
Yeah.
You just-
Even if you're just absolutely bored.
You just
or,
talk to them and pretty much tell them what they want to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 just so
Like,
they
You
can
don't
stay,
argue.
keep drinking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you just talk to them and tell them what they
And
want
you'd
to
be
hear.
like, "Oh my God, yeah, your wife is a bitch." Jeez.
Otherwise,
And then she'd walk in, and you'd be like, "Hey."
because if you disagree, then it's an argument
Yeah.
and it never ends.
No,
And then it's
yeah.
just a circle, and you're like, I don't want to talk to this guy
Yep.
anymore. And you can't because he's sitting there in front of your face.
Yep. You just agreed with whatever
Just
they
be
said.
friendly.
Interesting.
Yeah. I bartended for a long time and it was fun. I
Yeah.
had so much fun. I mean, I drank a little too much,
Yeah,
but
Town Pump after work was tough to go home.
Yeah.
sometimes.
yeah.
but
I would I would work 10 a.m. till 6:30 and then I would just go on the other side of the bar
Yeah.
and then I'd close the bar. And then I'd come back at 10 a.m. and be like,
I did that a few times at the Town Pump. Yes, that was
Yeah.
a little rough.
yeah, it's terrible.
How many years did you work there?
About 3 years.
Okay.
And then like 3 years ago, I worked at the Rusty Nail. I was waitressing there.
Oh yeah,
I worked
I
there
did
for
see
about
you
3
there.
years. Yeah, that
see,
was
this
fun.
is funny because me and Val were like, "Oh, I haven't seen you since my wedding, which was like 7 years ago." But we have ran into each other
Yes, we
randomly
have-
because
yeah.
we don't live that far away.
No,
from
we
each
really
other,
don't. You
so,
think we'd
yeah.
see each other a
You're
little
gonna
more
cross paths
often, but
eventually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah, I worked there for about 3 years, and that was fun. I
Bartending
like that.
as well,
I
or-
just waitress there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I waitress there Monday night half price pizza, some Fridays, every Saturday for breakfast, and it was
Now
fun.
they have the
I
new
liked it.
owners there. Do you think it's the same crowd or different crowd?
I think you worked for the new owners.
I worked
didn't
for the
you?
new
Oh,
owners.
okay.
Yeah, I
Oh,
worked
they've
for
owned
them.
it for that
Yeah,
long.
yeah,
Oh, wow.
Yep,
Okay,
I worked for them, and they were nice. I loved it. I liked working there. It was
Yeah.
fun. I like the, everybody has their issues with, your employer or coworkers, I should say. But for the most part,
Everybody was cool.
everybody was pretty cool.
Everybody
So I'm
jived.
laughing in my head right now, but I'm gonna laugh out loud
Yeah.
because on their Facebook post they said, "Come visit our happy wait staff."
I just seen that today.
And some
That's
guy
Phyllis.
goes, "The one on the right's not very happy."
And that's Phyllis. And Phyllis is so fun. Like, she's so nice. And
Is
so,
she?
so
Oh,
she's
because it was like a picture of
But
all of them?
yeah, but I'm
And it's-
guessing she's like the tough mama.
Yeah, she's
like,
been
don't
working
mess
there a
with
long
us.
time. She's
Yeah.
been working there a long time. She's fun. I went in there a few weeks ago, and she was like, "Come back." And I'm
Aw.
like, I got a busy summer.
And you're like, no.
No, I
I'd
did it.
rather
I
not.
liked it. It was fun, but over it.
You have a very busy summer because what do you do in the summer?
Camp. a
Well,
lot.
besides that, what do you guys do for 4th of July?
Oh, the
Talk
fireworks
about
show.
your 4th of July.
Yes, because
I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let you
Yes.
do a little plug on
Yes,
this for your
I
4th
did.
of
I
July
brought
show.
my super raffle tickets too to start.
Did you?
Yes.
Yes.
So we do a fireworks show down at Pistaki or at Oak Park Lounge
Yes.
around the 4th of July. This year it's on July 10th.
Nice.
We are doing really good on the fundraising. We're not going to have as many fundraisers this year just because obvious reasons.
COVID.
Yeah. So
Damn it.
we're still trying to plan our golf outing and our pig roast, but we do have our super raffle tickets. Those are $100 a piece.
Holy
I
smokes.
know.
Holy smokes.
I know. I gotta let me get through my spiel. I always
Okay.
tell everybody,
All
just
right.
wait.
All right.
We only sell 125 tickets.
Ooh.
You don't have to be there.
Ooh.
So that's another plus. You could always go in with some people. You know,
Yeah.
everybody chip in $20. First prize is $3,000.
Nice.
And then the second one is $1,500, $700, and then we have 5 $200 winners.
Oh my god.
So do they go online to do this?
You can purchase. I have tickets on me. You can go down to the bar. You can go on our Facebook page and just message.
What's your Facebook page?
It's the Facebook and then Pistaki Bay Fireworks.
Pistaki Bay
Pistaki Bay
Fireworks.
Fireworks. Okay.
All right.
Okay,
Yeah.
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 We have the Venmo. We have PayPal. You just go to
Nice.
our Facebook page and everything's on there where you
So
can
if
donate.
you guys are ever on Pistaki Bay and you
Yes.
see the 4th of July fireworks, that's your husband.
Yes, that is my husband.
Yes.
There's a lot of us that contribute to get the show together,
Yeah.
but he is the day of. He is the main man. He
Yeah.
knows how
He's been there
designs
every
it.
year, I feel like, since
Yes.
it started.
Wow.
He started it.
Yeah.
He used to do it out of the trunk of his car. And now-
Legally, I'm sure, with paperwork.
Now we are totally legal. Everything is legal now.
Even if you're not, doesn't matter.
And we raise all the money now. And then the day of, he designs the show and pushes the buttons.
That's
and
awesome.
It's amazing.
That's
It's
awesome.
like his Christmas. I can't ever take that away from
Yeah.
him. He works hard, and that's his deal. And we're doing Spring Girls fireworks again this year.
Are you?
Yes. So
Really?
we did it last year. We're doing it again this year.
Like he's doing the
Yes,
fireworks?
Yeah.
Really? I
This'll
didn't know
be
that.
The third. So 3 years ago we did their very first show at the Spring Grove. Last year we did it at Richardson's.
Okay.
Because Spring Grove didn't do theirs.
Okay.
And then this year we're doing Spring Groves again.
Nice.
So, yes.
So
Oh
if
my
you guys
God.
They
live
reach
near
out to us.
Yeah.
They reach out to us and ask us because Adam knows what goes what. Like
Yeah.
he knows what it's going to look like.
So he has like his pyrotechnics license.
Yes, he does. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. He
We've
does.
watched Spring Grove for years. I had no
Yes.
idea
Yep.
that there was
Yeah.
a connection. That's
Yep.
awesome. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
So-
It's an amazing
This
show.
is the fireworks
Yes.
girl.
Yes, I had no idea.
Yeah.
Wow.
Last year was kind of nice to take a break because we were burnt out. It's very
Yeah.
hard doing fundraisers like that
Yeah.
every other
Wait,
weekend.
there's a positive from 2020?
Yes, we got to take a break. That
Yeah.
was kind of nice. So this year, though, we're excited. We're ready to do it. I think everything's going to go smoothly, and as long as we get rid of those super raffle tickets, we
Awesome.
we made a post onto our page about going to Venmo. Within the first hour, we had $600 from people. So we
Nice.
started
Say your
sharing,
Facebook page one more time.
Pistaki Bay Fireworks.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So you guys better get on those tickets
Yes.
because if you sold 6 that quick, there's not many left.
Yeah, those. We do. Let's see. We got 125 of them. I think I took 30 tickets, and then everybody else splits them
Yeah.
up. So, and we sell out of those pretty quick because the day
Yeah.
of the pig roast, we have a lot of people asking, and usually they're gone.
They're
so
gone
if you
already.
want one, you got to get them
Yeah.
quickly. 'Cause,
What was the top prize again?
3,000,
$3,000.
$3,000, and that's yours. Like you don't have to feel obligated to donate it back to us. Like a 50-50. Some people feel
Right.
it's
You
yours.
know what? I always
Take
win the
it.
50-50 at the Neighbors Helping Neighbors in my little village of McCollum Lake. And I always it'll be like $600. And
Yeah.
I'm like,
Oh, fine, take
Yeah.
it.
all right, how much did I spend? Like $150 today? Give me $150 and I'll give the rest back.
Yeah.
You know, and they're always like, you didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
I'm like, really?
Yeah, that's why because I know $100 is a lot. I get
Yeah.
that, but it really it goes to the fireworks show.
Yeah.
We
There's
don't
only
get
125 tickets.
Yeah,
That's
there's
such a
and
great
that
chance.
$3,000
Yeah.
is yours. Take it. Do not get don't feel obligated. I hate that because it's like
Yeah.
it's a lot of money you're spending
That's a
for
lot
a
of
ticket.
money. Yeah.
And it does go to fireworks. We do not get paid. We do not
Yeah.
get paid a dime for any
Yeah.
of this. This is all of our time put into this. So
Yeah.
that's why we try to stress that.
So
like,
she's just saying, like, buy a round of drinks.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, like just please donate because it makes
Yeah.
our lives so much easier.
Right.
It just it helps. It
Yeah.
really helps. Every penny helps.
That's awesome.
I know a lot of people don't see the behind the scenes of it, but
Yeah. So,
Okay.
let's talk about your husband.
Oh, I love him.
He's like this big burly guy that
Yes.
we've both known since high school. Obviously,
Yes.
you've been married to him since high
I've
school.
known him since I was 14.
I remember when you guys were dating.
I was at your
and
house, and he gave me an ultimatum.
At 14?
Yeah.
I don't remember this.
No, not like just a little like look it. We're gonna be boyfriend and girlfriend, or we can't be friends. 'Cause
He's like, I really like you.
yeah. So
I want you to have my baby.
I'm never going to let you go.
yeah, like so that's where it all started.
That
Cassie's
is so
driveway.
crazy.
Okay, come get me. I said.
Oh my God.
Ever since
And we
then?
used to go out all the time.
Yes.
Oh my God.
all the time. It was fun. We had so much fun. I tell my girls like, have fun.
Yeah.
This is it. Like
This
me and
is
your
it.
dad,
Then
me
you
and your
get
dad had
old.
the best time.
Yeah.
Like we lived it up. We had a good life. Like
Yeah.
we still do. I don't
I was
mean it
gonna
like
say,
that.
is
I don't
it
mean it
still
like
going?
that. Yes, I don't mean it like
It's
that.
over
Like, yeah. Like,
We're both old.
Well, yeah, kinda. He gets home and we're both I don't want to do nothing. We just lay on
Yeah.
the couch and don't do nothing.
Yeah.
So but yeah, it was something. It's hard to
I
think of
know.
everything.
You think, like, when you're in high school, you think, like, oh my God, it's so important. This is
Yes.
the most important thing
Yes.
going on in the world. And sometimes it is,
But it's not.
but really it's just a bunch of drama.
I tell my girls, like, you're never going to see these people. Like,
Yeah.
do you know how many people I see from high school?
yeah.
Cassie, every
Yeah.
once in a while,
Yeah.
and Cindy. That's it.
Yeah, which is your, like, bestest
But
friend
lifelong.
in the
I've been friends
world.
with her
Yeah.
since I was born. So
Yeah.
but
You can't get rid of each
no,
other.
no. But
Even
yeah.
if you get mad at each other, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Yeah.
Does Cindy live around here?
Yep, she lives in Spring Grove.
What does she do?
She cleans houses.
Okay.
She stays home with her kids too, and
Yeah.
she cleans houses and stuff. So yeah.
And she married her high school
Yep,
sweetheart,
and they weren't even really together in high school.
No.
though. Daryl and Cindy,
which was weird.
Daryl, we were all friends, and then they got together after high school. I
Yeah.
got married after high school, but we were all friends. We have a picture of us at Ozfest, all sitting by the tree.
Oh my
I should have brought that
God.
with to show
Ozfest.
you. Yeah,
Oh my God. Does that even happen anymore?
I don't think so.
That was at Alpine.
Yeah.
if
Is he
still
anybody was
alive?
wondering.
Yeah,
He is, but I mean, I don't even know if Ozzy was ever there when we were there. It was like,
It was
just a
hard to
bunch of
listen.
other
Yeah, I
bands,
don't know.
Yeah. So the reason I wanted to talk about your husband
Yes.
is like he's this big burly guy,
yes.
right?
Yes, he's a big guy.
And he's like he doesn't look mean.
No,
No.
but I mean, probably because you know him.
I know him. Yeah.
If you don't know him, he is kind of intimidating looking. He's not like scary or like ooh. He's just
Yeah,
intimidating.
yeah.
Like you should
Because of his
probably-
stature, his size.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
He's
it's-
tall, he's
yeah,
big, and
yeah.
he's a laborer, like
Yeah.
you were saying.
Yeah.
So
And you
he's
just-
always been like big and muscly,
you know. He doesn't look approachable,
Yeah.
but he is because a lot of people at the stores will talk to him all the time. I'll be standing there. They don't come and ask me. They'll ask him, and I'm just looking. I'm like, are you serious right now? And then even his mom came with once, and a little old lady comes up as he's bagging his own groceries and starts talking to him about the day. Nothing in specific, just talking to him. I'm like,
He's just
wow.
that good looking.
yeah, yes, he is. He's very handsome.
That's funny that just random people approach him because he really, like you said, if you don't know him,
Yes.
it's not the person you would pick to be like, oh, how are you?
Yeah,
today?
yeah,
Do you think
exactly.
he
And
would
yet
be
people
like,
do.
Yes,
why,
all the
Why the hell are
time.
you talking to me? And he never would.
No,
but
no, he's the nicest person ever, and he'll go to the store without me a lot, and he always will come home with a story. He always has a story, always. And I'm
That's
just
so
looking at him
funny.
like, how does I go and nothing exciting happens
He must
to me?
have resting bitch
Yeah,
face
oh,
fingers.
for sure, I totally have that, but. I don't get it. I just don't get it.
we don't want to talk.
No,
to you.
no, but I
We want to talk to the handsome fella.
I put that vibe out there for sure. Don't talk to me. Yeah.
Adam doesn't. Have,
No, Adam's like, talk to me. And that's what I feel like. He has a sign on his head, like, you can talk to me. I love it. Yeah, something else.
I do love you guys so much.
Yeah, he would take the kids too all the time by himself, and he'd always get stopped. With AJ especially, his big blue eyes.
Oh my
and
God.
yes, they would
Because
always stop
AJ is
him.
like just a little spitting image of him.
Yeah, all the kids. AJ resembles me the most, but the girls, yeah, they all are him. They all look like him. I don't look like their mom at all. Adam's sister, she would take them places.
Yes.
And, are they your kids? No, these are my nieces. I'm like,
Yeah.
This is stupid.
Yeah.
They don't even look
Nobody
like
ever
me.
asked
No.
you.
No.
They're like, look at that lady with those kids. Whose
They're
kids
all
are
brown and tan.
She must be the nanny.
Yeah. I'm like white as white. And my kids are all brown and brown hair. And like, yeah. No, they're mine, I swear.
You know what? Actually, it was funny on the drive over here. I was at the 4-way stop, and I'm just, spacing out like I'm late on my way over here. And I glanced over to the left to make sure they're turning because I figured they were turning. And I look, and I knew this person from when I used to bartend. And they were totally staring at me. And I went to wave like, hey, yeah. And they were like, nope. Looked away.
You were the one looking at
I was
me.
like, oh, okay, fine. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Actually, I think my husband used to date her. She's probably like, look at that bitch. She got him. I'm so mad. So let's talk about waitressing.
Okay.
Do you have any crazy stories? Did you drop anything?
Probably. I messed up because they have lobster and crab legs there.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
I've done that a few times and it's but if you're good with the cooks, they usually don't yell at you. But I've gone and put in oh, can I get lobster tail? And it was supposed to be crab legs.
Oh
and
my
they already
God.
made the lobster tail, and now they got to make the crab legs, and they're just looking at you. But if you're really nice to the cooks, they won't be that mean to you.
That's
that's probably my biggest mistakes where I've accidentally put in lobster
Yeah.
instead of crab legs.
That's literally the name of one of our episodes is Don't Piss Off the Cooks.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Or Don't Piss Off the Kitchen.
Yep.
What do we call it?
Yep.
Don't
I
piss
know.
off
We
the
called it
kitchen.
something like that.
Yeah,
like that.
because they run the show. As long as you're
Yeah.
nice, and if you mess up and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so
Yeah.
sorry, and you're not mean to them on
Yeah.
other times,
Right.
when you mess up, they're
Right.
cool with it, and they just
So what
give
if you
a look.
drop a plate of lobster or crab? Do you just take it to the back and they can reboil it?
I don't think I've ever dropped a plate of
Really?
anything. No.
What
I
about
don't-
spilled anything on
Oh, I'm
somebody?
sure yes, I think I did. Just not bad though. It wasn't too bad, but it went over a kid, we'll say, and oopsie.
Not like my hot chocolate, scalding hot chocolate that I spilled on the kid.
Ooh, no, I've only did water.
We were
Oh,
just
that's
on a
good.
cruise a couple weeks ago, and the lady had water bottles and all our drinks, and the water bottles started tipping towards each
Oh,
other.
Jesus.
And she was good. She didn't spill any of our drinks, but if it were me and it started, the way
You would
that
go
she
like
kinda
this? You try to compensate
but
for
she
it?
did somehow. She was like, whoop, whoop, whoop,
Yeah.
and then laid the water bottles down. That could have been disastrous.
Yeah, I
But
have
she,
at the
it was-
waitress station. I've done
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
drinks.
yeah.
You're
Yeah.
trying to get the tray off the bar and
Yeah.
then
Bloop.
just
Yeah.
all towards the bartender too, and you're like, oh shit, she's
You're like,
gonna
can
kill
you,
me.
Can you remake that, please?
I'm so sorry. And they're
you
just staring
can
at
you remake 12 Bloody Marys, please?
Oh God,
Sorry.
yeah. Saturdays, yeah, Bloody Marys.
Remember we were in
all day.
Florida and that one bartender was making that really fancy drink. It was pineapple and vodka and all that. And we're
Yeah.
watching her make it for someone else. And I'm like, hey, what's that? And she was like, oh, we hate this drink, blah, blah, blah. So she turns around. I'm like, I'll take 4 of those. She was like, you bitch.
Oh, I'm sure she hated you for that
I
one.
mean, it took her 5 minutes
It
to
did.
drink. It was
Yeah.
crazy. There was so much stuff in it. They
Yeah.
were good, but yeah, she
That's
was like,
like
oh, we
every
hate making
bartender's
these. It took so-
nightmare.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
God.
We tipped her good. It was
Yeah.
yeah.
We always tip good when we go out.
good.
So do
'Cause we
we.
know.
We always
Yeah.
do. And people don't really think that for us, and be nice to us because
Right.
we will tip. We
Yeah.
tip really good.
Yeah,
really
you
good.
have to.
Yeah.
Because I've worked there and I know how it is, and
Yep.
that's what you make your money off
Right.
of. So
Well, I shouldn't say you have to. I mean, but if they are good and they're making your
Yes.
drinks and they're making sure you're taken care of,
Yes.
you,
You know
should.
what?
You
yes,
should tip
because they
good.
need that. Because
Even if I
sometimes they
get
don't
shitty
get it.
service, I still
Yes.
tip. I tip 10% of what I would
thanks for being
normally
Yes.
here.
tip.
It's like
Yes.
it's like a thanks for
Yes.
being here tip.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it is shitty service, we still tip, but not
Yeah.
as good as if it's good service. You don't
Yeah.
have to be extra. You just
Right.
gotta be good and
Yeah.
nice and do your job.
Just
and,
make sure I
yeah.
get my ketchup and my
Yeah.
ranch,
Yeah.
and you get $10.
And
you
a lot of
know?
people don't see that us, and then they get our tip. And, oh, thank you so
Yeah.
much. And it's
Yeah.
we get it because
Yeah.
they might not get good tips for the rest of the night. Our tip
Right.
might just make them even. You know,
Right.
that's what
Yeah.
I try to think, and so it's we
Mhm.
try.
I know. I've had days bartending where I'd make $50, and I'm like, was this even worth it?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I had to listen to this old man complain about his bunion on his toe.
Yeah.
You know,
Our
I
other-
had.
yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah. I had to kick out the drunk regular homeless lady.
Aw.
Oh my God, that reminds me. Okay, here's a great story. So we had this homeless lady, and rest her soul, She passed away not that long ago. I heard about it because she was like a super regular, like
Yeah.
in our town.
Yeah.
And we called her Rockin' Robin. She actually kind of looked like Janis Joplin. And so I'm bartending, and she's in an argument with somebody. They're like playing pool. And I don't know what's going on. It was like normal for people to get in arguments, whatever. So I'm not really paying attention. And she was always like causing a scene all the time. So I didn't really whatever. So I'm pouring a beer from the tapper, and there's a mirror right there, right? So I can see what's going on behind me. And they're like, Cass. And I'm like, what? Hold on. I'm coming, And they're like, no, turn around. And I was like, what? And they're like, look. And there's Rockin' Robin flat out on the floor because the chick she was arguing with just knocked her ass out. And I was like, oh my God. Like, what do I do? Like the boss hated it if you called 911.
Oh, gee.
Because that's like a mark against the bar.
Yeah,
if you keep calling 911, like they take your liquor license away. Like, people
I
don't
didn't know that.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know that.
And I'm sure it's different, like medical emergency to
Yeah. Oh,
a
yeah.
fight.
To a fight,
But,
yeah.
like,
Disturbance.
that's
Yeah.
a fight, The bitch is knocked out on the ground, But I knew like she was like diabetic and stuff, so I'm like, I can't like not call.
Yeah.
Like, she was not getting up.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
all bloody on her nose, and I was like, you should probably leave, unless you want to be arrested.
Yeah, right.
Like,
You're gonna get.
I didn't even know like who they were, compared to our regulars. So, but yeah, that was crazy. The day Rockin' Robin got knocked out, Janis Joplin.
I stopped working at the Rusty Nail because Adam got a job out in Indiana, like only about 2.5 hours away. But it was summertime was coming, so he wanted us to come out there because he had an apartment and all that. So I
that's
quit
nice,
and
yeah.
everything. And I said I'd go back, but I just didn't want to. I was over it. I just feel like I'm too old to waitress. I can't deal with drama. It was real catty with some of the girls. I think it was more
Yeah.
catty with the girls than I ever had with any like customers. Like
Yeah.
I just.
Oh yeah.
I really didn't have a lot of issues with customers every once in a great while, but it was more in house.
Oh yeah.
Just
I will
you didn't do
agree with
this
you
and
on
you didn't do
Yeah.
that, and I felt like I was doing more. Or it just
Yeah.
I didn't want to go
And
back.
you're like, really, bitch? I rolled silverware and filled ketchups.
Yes,
What more do you want
I
from me?
I get here 15 minutes early and do side work just to get
Yeah.
it done, and you guys come strolling in right on time.
Yeah.
And I
filled all the tartar sauce.
and I don't mind doing it.
Right.
But then at the end of the night, like, can you pick up the
Can you roll
slack
some
or
silverware?
yeah, like no, and
Yeah.
that's more of what it was. I just couldn't handle
Yeah.
the cattiness anymore.
And you were like, fuck you guys. I don't need this
Yeah,
job.
I know. I was there more just to get me out of the house
Yeah,
and
yeah.
have a life outside of my children.
Yeah.
But I couldn't deal. I can't deal with it anymore.
No.
I tell the kids I'm too old for this shit. I tell them
gotta-
all the time, all the time. Me and Adam used to go out all the time and had a social life.
Yeah.
Now I just would much rather sit at home and watch TV.
I remember when we were kids and we would go to your house
Yeah.
after school.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And she lived close to this bar that we could walk to that was like,
Yeah.
you lived really close
Yeah.
to the border of
Yeah.
Wisconsin.
Yeah.
So we would go to this bar and they had a cigarette machine there.
They did.
And we were like, ooh, if we can just get some cash, we can go buy our own cigarettes. We don't have to find anybody to buy them for
After
us.
school lunch. Can I
Yeah.
have 25 cents? Can I have 25 cents? Just to
Yeah.
get cigarettes by the end of the day. But yeah,
Yeah.
Mad Dan's, they had cigarette machine.
And even then, they were like, I don't know, probably like $4.50. And we were like, it's so much.
Yeah.
You know?
I remember
How
I
much
would-
is it now?
Just
Oh,
like
$9
$8 a pack.
Oh
$9
my
a pack,
gosh.
yeah.
Do you buy the cartons or you just buy a
I just
pack?
buy the pack.
I buy pack and be
Yeah.
like, this is my last one.
Every time?
This is my last one. Yeah.
Then we usually just slap those quarters in real fast and pull
Yeah.
that thing and run.
Run. Get the
Run
hell
back
out
to
of
my
there
house. Yeah.
Before somebody sees
We're like,
us.
we got a bag of cigarettes.
That was like the last known cigarette
yeah,
machine.
really.
Like,
it was weird to see
in the state
cigarette
of
machine.
Wisconsin, I think.
Wow.
I went there quite often. If they only knew.
Yeah.
So we were just on break and Cass told me I look like shit. So,
I did not say that.
so I was trying to explain to her my stressful week with work.
Oh my God.
Because we're going through some labor challenges.
Yes.
And sure enough, it's like nobody wants to work, but yet here Val's saying that every time she
Yeah.
goes somewhere, it's like now hiring, now hiring, now
Yeah,
hiring.
every place. And they're asking me, like, as I'm
Right.
working a job, asking if I want to come work for them because nobody wants to go back to work.
And
It's
that's
crazy.
And like I said, yeah, if you want to pay me $45 an
Yeah.
hour, because clearly it sucks to work here.
Where
And
are all
that's-
these people?
I know.
But
They're
that's
just
a-
enjoying being home, or
Okay, so this is like a big like discussion going on right now, is that minimum minimum wage is meant to be minimum, and unemployment pretty much pays you minimum wage,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And people are learning to live off the minimum.
Yeah.
I don't have to have a fancy car. I'll pay $1,000 for a shitty car.
Well, the government doesn't let me go anywhere.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, Adam was off for like maybe 3 weeks. And
Yeah.
he was excited because
Yeah.
he works and he was like, yeah, maybe I'll get like 3 months off. No.
Dude, I was
he was
so
off 1
excited.
month and
Yeah.
they're like, all right, you can come back. He's like, what?
What the hell?
And
We're
he
in the
wasn't going
middle
to
of a
sit home.
pandemic.
I mean, he
Yeah.
was making more on unemployment.
Yeah,
And
right.
I think you're right, though. I think everybody, at first everyone was panicking, right?
Right.
You know, unfortunate. There was a lot of people that
Yes.
lost their jobs because
Right.
they just couldn't use them anymore.
Right.
But I think people got used to it. They were
Yes.
like, well, cool. I mean,
Yes.
there was-
It's
Like,
free government money.
yeah, you can't.
People have
there's
learned
no
to
festivals. There's
budget.
no
Yeah, there's no
whatever.
nothing.
There's nothing
You can
going
just
on,
sit
so
home.
you're not spending your money
Yeah.
on anything. I mean, coffee maybe, but I don't think that would break
Alcohol.
anything.
Yeah.
yeah, that
Alcohol.
too.
Alcohol.
Yeah,
And I'm sure everybody knows how to budget for a couple cases of beer.
Yeah.
yeah,
Exactly.
I wonder if alcohol sales are up. We'll have to ask somebody.
Probably.
Oh,
that
I'm
knows.
sure.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
I mean, I know they're up in this house, but I don't know about.
Oh, yeah, our house too.
They're up in everybody's house.
Yeah.
I remember when everything first started shutting down, and there was this retired police officer that he used to come into the gas station that I worked at all the time. And he said, I think it was like the state of like New Mexico or Arizona or something, was talking about like stopping alcohol
Yeah.
sales
Oh, you
because of
can't.
the pandemic.
No.
And he was
I mean,
like,
I'm-
he's like, he was actually a recovering alcoholic, so he
Yes.
didn't drink. He goes, but do you understand?
Uh-huh.
You have all these people going into the hospital
Yes.
because they have COVID. Now you're going to get this bum rush of alcoholics
Oh, yeah.
that can't get their medicine,
Yep.
which I'm doing air
Yeah.
quotes right now.
Yep.
You know, and it's like that would be devastating if
Yeah.
people couldn't have access to alcohol. Like
Yep.
we've tried a ban on alcohol and it did not work. You know,
No.
people just bootlegged it.
Yeah.
A bunch of people died and went blind because they were drinking bad alcohol. Like we're not giving up our liquor.
No.
You know?
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
No, you can't. You can't
Keeps
do
me
that.
sane.
Yeah.
Tell
Yeah.
the kids
Well,
that. Why do you
there
think
are
I
people
drink?
that are dependent on it.
Yes,
you know,
and that
it's
is true.
Yeah.
unfortunate, but
Yeah.
you can't take it away like that.
Right.
Yeah.
You can't just cut.
Cut us off. Like,
Cut-
Yeah,
okay,
and that
no
would
more.
be for anything. You can't like
Right.
know. I would have withdrawals if they closed all the Starbucks. You
Oh
know what
my
I mean?
God.
We just went there today.
And then you're gonna take
Yeah.
my beer away at night?
Yeah.
Forget it. You know?
Yeah.
There's nothing
I
worth
think,
living
you know,
for.
and don't get me wrong, like, we'd all be a way healthier population if there was no McDonald's, Taco Bell. Like, I would
I had
not.
Taco Bell last night. I feel
I
I-
had
fine.
McDonald's.
I would honestly.
It's 7:00. Where are we going for dinner? McDonald's.
I had Culver's.
We DoorDashed it too. We didn't even. We couldn't
You
even drive. We
DoorDashed it? Oh my God.
I told Adam. I said, "Let's go get it." He's like, "Yeah, fuck it, just DoorDash it." I'm
And
like,
you
all right.
totally tipped that driver good.
Oh
didn't
yeah, I
you?
always tip the DoorDashers good. I always do because I know what it's like.
Yeah.
I know how the DoorDash system works, so it's like I know the better tip you get, the more obviously the more money you make. But it's
Yeah.
it's all.
So
it's
do you
secret.
think, do they like rate you on your tips because you tip in the app, right? Or do you
You
tip
can
cash?
yeah you can tip in the app. Sometimes I tip cash. It just depends. I like to tip cash better, just because.
Yeah, because you can rate the DoorDash people, but can they
Right.
rate you as a customer?
I don't know that for. There's
Oh, wait.
a few things
Because
so-
you don't do DoorDash. You do what?
I do DoorDash.
Oh, you do
Yes,
do
I do
DoorDash.
DoorDash.
I'm sorry.
I've tried the Instacart. I just wasn't
Yeah.
for me. DoorDash,
No.
I know it. It's easy. I can
Yeah.
make. I know how to make money real fast off of it. I've learned a few tips from another DoorDash friend of mine. He taught me a few
What's your
things.
tips? Are
Like-
they illegal?
No, it's
Okay.
just like the way the orders come in. It'll say like $6 you can get for this order, and I've learned to check the mileage, see how far I'm going.
Oh.
And I figured out. Well, I didn't figure it out. A friend of mine figured it out. So if it pops up and it says $8.50, it's guaranteed to be higher than that. Than
Yeah.
that. So that means it's going to be. So if it comes in at $6, it's going to be $6.
Oh.
So and I don't know how he figured that out, but he did. So
But
now
if it says $8.50,
it-
like so
it'll
that's
always
like
be more than that.
that's your base pay for just taking the order. Plus
Yeah.
they can tip you on top of that.
yes. So like if
Okay.
it comes in at $6, it's going to be $6. That's all you're going to get. But
So how many
Because
miles
those
do you
people
think-
don't tip?
yeah, I don't even know how it all really works. I've Googled it. I've tried. I've looked into it, but it's
But
so,
he knows the science behind it.
Yeah,
so
he
if it says 6, don't
don't
take
take
the
it.
order.
Yeah.
$8.50 or more,
Take it.
the order.
Yeah.
Yes, because then it like for
You
some-
hear that, DoorDash
for some
people?
reason, then when
We got the
you're
inside.
done and you close it all out at the people know what I'm talking about, like that DoorDash, like
Yeah.
with the final step, it'll show you what you got for your base pay, what you got for your tip, and you click got it, and then it goes through. So it with the $8.50 one, for some reason they're
It'll be
always
like
higher. It'll be like
$12.50.
$12. Like,
Nice.
yeah, yes. So now
Yeah.
I've learned, even if it's like only 2 miles down the road, I don't take the $6 ones anymore. It's just
No.
not worth my time. I was getting frustrated. frustrated because it was like taking me all day to make $100, and for door dashing,
Right.
like that's how you're making your money.
Right.
So you feel like you should be making more than that. So I was just like getting frustrated. Like I
Yeah.
feel like I'm doing this all day for
Yeah.
little.
I need this explained to me more though.
Now I'm making
I don't-
more.
I've never done DoorDash.
No.
I think maybe
Yeah.
the kids have. So do you sit in like a Jimmy
Yeah.
John's parking
Yes.
lot?
So in the
okay.
morning, I can schedule my work. You go into your app, you go to your schedule. You can schedule your hours ahead of time. You can get lucky and work the day of. You just really have to go into the app and open it up to really start your day. And I'll drop my son off at school and go to McHenry, and just usually I'll get Walmart grocery order right away.
Oh, that's
Okay.
cool. You
And
can
I'll-
do DoorDash with
yeah.
a Walmart grocery
Yes.
order.
Yes.
Oh.
I've done that a few times myself.
Okay,
Yeah, you just
okay.
you can put in your order and DoorDash can drop it off for you. So I'll get a couple of those in the morning, and then once lunch hits, I'll start getting those. But when I don't have an order, I'll either go sit like over by Popeyes or over in Meijer parking lot.
Yeah.
Or I'll go sit in a parking lot somewhere and just wait for the next order to come in.
And does the
Yeah.
app know that you're sitting
Yes.
at that parking
Yep.
lot?
So
Yeah.
they
Oh
can
my
tell where I'm
gosh.
at. So
Yeah.
they'll give me orders. Like I get a lot of Jersey Mike's. I get
Ooh, I
a
love
lot of
Jersey
a
Mike's.
lot of Chipotle, a lot of Epic Deli. So I'll just, and you can see on the app, like it'll show you where it's busy at. It gives you hot spots, so you
Oh.
can get closer to those.
Yeah.
And you just wait for an order.
Did you see somebody drove through the window of Jersey Mike's?
No, I haven't
Dude.
gone there in like 2 weeks.
I
so.
don't know what is going on in McHenry. We had somebody drive through the Starbucks.
Rosati's
Yeah.
too. No, that was a different one. That was Fox.
We
Lake.
had
So was it last year or 2 years ago we had someone actually drive through that Starbucks?
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
And now
Yeah.
we just had someone hit the pole
Oh,
that's in front of that
Jesus.
Starbucks.
yes.
Yeah.
And then remember, I mean, this is going maybe more than a few years back, but the Harley Davidson dealership used to be on the
Yes,
corner.
yes.
Somebody drove through that building.
My gosh.
is
It's
I
all
don't
glass.
know.
It's
People
all
driving
glass.
through
Yeah,
buildings.
I don't know.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
No, I did not see that one, but that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, it's all boarded up on the side. I told Johnny, I was like, because we were getting ready to go to that wedding. And I was like, oh, like we both went and got haircuts. We're running around. He has nothing to wear. Of course, he waits till the day of the
Oh,
wedding
yeah,
to figure
duh.
that out. And I was like, I'm going to pick up some lunch. What do you want? He was like, I don't know. I was like, how about Jersey Mike's, as I'm staring at it, And he was like, that was all boarded up the last time I was like, what are you talking about? Well, then when I pulled on the side and I see it's all boarded up.
Oh,
And I walk in, I'm like, what the hell happened here? And then I was like, sorry, guys, you're probably really sick of people asking.
yeah,
probably.
And he's like, yeah, it's okay. He's like, some old man drove through the building.
Oh, they turned it into a drive-through, right?
Oh,
You
they're
know
probably
I heard that.
they're probably so sick of hearing that.
I didn't know you guys were a drive-through.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so funny. Oh, that's great.
Oh, yeah.
You know people did
That's
that.
such a good dad joke.
Oh, yeah, Adam would love those. Adam's the king of dad jokes now, and the kids think it's hilarious.
Oh my God,
yeah.
that's so
I
funny.
love dad
yeah.
jokes.
Yes, but
Okay, so back to your
yeah,
DoorDash.
sorry. Yeah, so
sorry.
I'll just like hang out in McHenry, and then sometimes I'll go to Round Lake too, because I know the Round Lake area, and
Yeah.
I can do like burn and turn real quick, drop off, go
Yeah.
back, drop off, go back. Because the faster
So-
I pick it up, the faster I drop it off, the faster I get back and get another order. So I try not to get too far out. Wonder Lake
Yeah.
kind of is tough when I have to, because that's a 15-minute drive there, 15-minute drive
And
back.
you have to like try to find the address.
Yeah,
it's, like, all
I'm
wonky
getting
out
pretty
there.
good. I'm getting pretty good at it.
Yeah.
Adam, when Adam's home, he'll go with me, and sometimes then I just get frustrated because it's like I'm not in control of the car, and I'm like, you
Yeah.
passed the house, and I get mad, and he's looking at me. I'm like,
Throw it out the window.
Like, do I come to your job and tell you how to do it? Will you just listen to me and do what I'm telling you to do?
That's so funny.
Yeah.
You're like, lay down in the back.
Yeah.
Take a nap.
He's my chauffeur when he comes with me,
Oh,
so
that's
then
so
that's a
funny.
little easier. But I kind of like going by my. It's both. It's 50-50 because
Yeah.
I like the company, but I
Yeah.
also like just getting it done. But it does get lonely because I'm sitting
Yeah.
by myself.
So
I'll
when you
just-
go, are people usually waiting for you outside? They can see you
it
on
just
the app?
all depends. Yeah, they can see me come in on the app, so it really all depends. If they it's either leave it on the porch or they meet me outside. It just all depends on the person and how
Yeah.
they're feeling. And so a lot of times I do just leave it on the front door, take a picture with the app, and then
Yeah.
just leave. And they come out as I'm pulling out and pick it up.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah.
So I've heard horror stories where people try to cancel the order, like
Like-
right before they get there.
I've never
Like,
had that.
You've never had
No.
people do that.
I've
to
also
you?
never had
heard that they'll
anybody
put a
cancel.
real nice tip on there, and then as soon as you get there, they take the tip off.
Oh, I've never
Really?
had that. Yeah,
Yes.
see, because I can't see the tip
You can't
until
see the
after I
tip.
close the order out. So I don't know. That could be happen. I have no idea.
Oh, that's shitty.
See, I wish, because on grocery orders, they tip you after you drop it off.
Yeah.
Food orders, you have to tip before you drop it off, which I could see why they would want that, because I would want to get gypped. But at the same time, what if I'm a great,
Right.
person and they want
Right.
to tip me more?
Right.
Then they can't.
Well, I
So-
figure then that's why people have cash.
Yeah, and I get a lot of cash tips, which
try
I
to
appreciate.
always-
I
yeah.
appreciate. Cash
I try to
tips.
always keep some cash on me just for tipping. You know?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
So we love the Domino's, not in this city, but this one over here.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
And yes, because in the notes, if you put, "Can you please draw me a dog?"
Yeah,
you
I've
go
done
to
that.
open up your pizza, and there's a
Yeah.
picture of a dog in there.
Stop
I've done that
Try
to
it.
the one.
Try
I've done
it
it.
with- yeah.
I've done it for Alexis. I think her and her boyfriend had broken up or something like that. And I
Aw.
put in the notes, can you put Alexis? Don't worry, it's gonna be okay.
Yeah,
and
they
they did. And they did.
Yeah,
And she opened it
If
up.
Steven and his friends will come here, I'll just put like Nate is great, like
Oh,
in there. And
yeah.
they'll go to,
that's so
I'll say,
cute.
Nate, this
Yeah.
is your pizza. Open it up, and it'll open it.
Yeah.
You're
Nate
like
is-
Steven and Nate in a heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. I like that they
Yeah,
do that.
we've
That's
had like
cute.
movie night before, and then they draw
Oh.
like a little screen or
Yeah.
like a little what is that called?
Like
the director's microphone.
Inside
Oh,
the
yeah.
pizza box they do?
Yeah, like on the
yeah.
inside the lid. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Like he wrote right on there. Don't worry, Alexis. Everything's gonna be okay.
You're like, can you put a
Yes.
big old dick on there?
Yeah, yeah.
They probably would.
They would.
They
I'm sure
totally
they would.
Yeah, they totally would.
Oh, that's so
It
funny.
is. It's really neat. Yeah.
Okay, so we love to eat. Our whole house
Yeah.
loves to eat. We like live. What's for dinner? What's for it's
Yeah.
always and
Yeah.
the next day. What do we have tomorrow?
Yeah.
She comes in. We always forget though. We always forget, and she has been writing everything down. She's like, "Mom, I've just been writing everything down because I'm forgetting." And she's like, "I even have a page of foods I like." I love you, kid. God, she is not one of those girls who's like afraid to eat or any of that.
Yeah.
No. And sorry, Alexis, like not like it's a healthy eating. She just loves. We all do.
Well,
Yeah.
I love to eat. Yeah.
And so
Nothing
she
bad
has
about that.
And
Yeah.
so she's like shows me, and it's in her phone, like under notes, and it's just lists of things she doesn't want to forget. She likes.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's awesome.
Like I love it.
I just
kid.
have a list of places I want to go and eat.
Yeah.
Well, what were you
that.
just saying about Drew?
Yeah.
Like all his. What does he
Drew,
have?
so Drew, that was on the show last week
Yeah.
or 2 weeks.
Any way you
last
slice
week,
it.
Yeah. Any way you slice it, guy. We all drive in the city, and if he sees a place that he thinks looks good, or if he asks around at the stores or whatever, like where do you recommend? He will Google it and take a screenshot of it, and he has like 800 photos in a folder of places he wants to
Yeah.
eat.
Oh, that's so cool.
They're not
Yeah.
even all like in Illinois. Like
That is
it's places
really
around
cool.
the
Yeah.
country. You
Yeah.
know. You know what? Actually, my brother-in-law and my sister-in-law, Sharon, I know you're listening. I saw on her Snapchat they went around and got each place's chicken sandwiches,
Yeah.
and they tried them all.
Yeah.
So they had Popeyes, KFC, Chick-fil-A, like
Yeah.
everywhere
Yeah.
around. I think they had like 8 or 10 chicken sandwiches
Holy
that
crap.
because their kids were in town
Yeah.
from out of town, and so they like cut them into 4s or whatever, and they voted, and
Yeah.
of course who won? Popeyes.
Really? Did they have
Oh.
McDonald's in there?
Popeyes.
Because it's good. I'm telling
You know what? They might not have had the
Because
McDonald's.
I know it
one
just
yet.
recently came out.
Yeah, I don't think
but
they had the
I'm
McDonald's
telling
one out
you,
yet.
you got to go try it tomorrow because
What do they actually call it on the menu?
it's just their
chicken
new
sandwich.
new chicken
chicken
sandwich.
sandwich?
Yeah,
Oh,
their
wow.
new chicken sandwich.
I don't
No
go to
fancy
McDonald's
name?
often.
We never go to McDonald's ever. No.
I'm not a fan of McDonald's.
Yeah.
I love this chicken nuggets. I don't eat chicken nuggets from anywhere
Ew.
but there.
They're like
I used
the
to eat those all the time.
worst.
I used to
love
eat
their
them,
chicken.
yeah.
I got them last. We got the
Oh.
Big Mac pack last night, and it came with Big
Oh
Mac,
my
chicken nuggets, and a fry. And
God.
I devour their chicken nuggets. And they're the I don't like any store bought ones. Like
Yeah,
just
years
love-
and years ago, that's all I used to
chicken
get
nuggets.
too.
Sick.
Mhm.
I eat like a teenager. I really do. Like candy. I'm addicted to like sweets.
I love
badly.
candy.
Yeah, me
I
too.
will wake up and eat like a cookie or a piece of candy. And
I'll tell you, I went to Woodman's.
Yeah.
I like Woodman's because I carry my coffee creamer. But I'm checking out and I happen to glance behind me and I see they have this like, you know, like the peanut butter filled pretzel bites.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yes.
that size container,
Yes.
right?
And those at Aldi
filled-
too.
Yes. It
What is
was dark chocolate covered sea salt caramels.
Oh,
and they're
God, I love dark
They're
chocolate.
like big
Dark chocolate's
ones.
my favorite.
Oh my god.
Dark chocolate is hands down my
And
favorite
I was
chocolate.
like staring at them, and I'm like, I'm up to check out. I'm doing the self checkout, and I'm staring at them, and I'm like looking and staring at it, and I was like, fuck it, and I grab it. You
Are
know?
they Sandies? Are they called Sandies?
They're
or-
not. It's not a name
Oh,
brand.
oh,
it's just like a.
own brand.
But I know what
Yeah.
you're talking about, right?
Those
so they're
are
really
amazing.
good. So like, I mean, I eat one. I eat it in like 4 bites, right? So Johnny, he's like, oh my God, those things are really a mouthful. And I was like, did you like pop the whole thing in your mouth? And he's like, yeah. And I was like,
You can't do that with caramel.
I ate it in like 4 bites, and it was like 4 big bites. Like, they're big. I'm like, you just threw the whole fucking thing.
I just broke a piece of my tooth off eating Skittles the
Oh
other
my
day. That's how
God.
bad I'm addicted to candy.
Okay.
I'm like, oh my God.
I gave up on Starburst about 10 years ago because I broke a tooth on Starburst. I won't eat them anymore. 'cause
Yeah.
We
I
always
barely-
have a candy bowl at the house.
You
always,
do, always.
Always.
Every podcast night, I'm like, grab a couple
What you
pieces.
guys got?
Yeah.
Or I'll grab a couple pieces on
I
the way
refresh
out.
it every
Yeah.
couple weeks with something different.
I'm
know?
a candy addict. Like
Yeah.
we have the freezer door is filled with all my goodies.
Do you eat like
and-
Reese's peanut butter cups
Yeah,
always?
I eat Carmelo, Reese's,
Oh
the
my
Reese
God,
sticks.
yeah.
I'm trying to think.
Reese's
Dark
sticks
yes.
are the best.
That's my favorite. I love it all. Really,
So
there's
have you
nothing I don't
tried-
really like.
Have you tried the Aldi peanut butter cups?
No, I've heard they're the best.
They're
and I
pretty
haven't
good.
gone to Aldi, so the next time I go
Are they
to Aldi,
chocolate or
They're
dark
just-
chocolate?
chocolate.
Oh.
I think
Just
they're
chocolate.
chocolate.
Just-
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what?
I follow the guy on TikTok, and he.
You almost had me thinking that they had both, but I don't think they do.
Mm.
And you can't compare them to Reese's.
Yeah.
They are
Right,
not.
they're their own thing.
They're not the same, but they are so
Yes,
good.
I gotta remember
What
to
makes
look
them
for those.
different? Like, what makes them good?
You know, Reese's is like this is more like creamy peanut butter. I feel like.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how to
Oh,
explain
okay,
it.
okay.
But you can't compare the two. Don't expect a Reese's peanut butter cup.
Yeah.
Because it's not.
And then you'll like it.
It's not what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is a very good peanut butter cup.
Mm-hmm.
Just letting y'all know.
Yes.
Did you ever work grocery?
Did you work
Or
at
any
Vans?
kind of
Yes.
retail?
Yes.
Work
I did
where?
work at Vans.
Vans.
I don't know what that is.
That's the after
So-
school grocery store that all the
Yes.
kids worked at. I worked there for a few
Oh.
weeks.
Oh my God. Okay.
Carrie.
So can I talk about when we were in home
Yes.
ec
Yes.
together?
Oh God, yes.
So our teacher loved us.
Yes.
Mrs.
Miss
Zeman.
Zeman. She had my dad too. So,
I had
and Adam.
She had my stepdad too.
Yeah.
And I had her for 3 periods a day because I loved her so much. I
Yeah,
took
she was
home
the
ec.
best.
She did like
Sewing.
a life science class.
Yeah, and sewing.
Home
Life
ec.
skills, wasn't it? Life skills.
Well, but she did a science
Did
class
she?
too.
Okay.
Life science,
Okay.
home ec, and foods.
Foods. Yeah.
Foods.
Oh,
Which
man.
what was the difference between home ec and foods? Probably sewing.
Yeah, I think
yeah,
so.
Yeah. And her classes were the easiest. As long as
Yes.
you took notes every day.
Mm-hmm.
She did an open note quiz at the end of the week.
Yep.
And then it was like the tests were so easy.
Oh, before
You
school
know.
for home foods. Oh man, that was the best.
So she trusted me and Val. She trusted me and Val.
Yeah.
So she would let us go shopping for the foods class.
Oh, wow.
She would
Would you
give
get
us
to
a
leave
list.
school?
Yeah. We get to leave school because Vans was like right next to the high school.
Oh,
there
okay.
was
Yeah. We're the middle school. I was because we were
Yes,
talking a little
you were-
bit.
yeah.
We
There
were the
was-
last class at the high school.
Yeah.
The school when it was high
Okay.
school. We were the last graduating
Yeah, she was
class.
telling me about that earlier.
Yeah.
there was a hot dog place in between the high
Mandino's.
school and the grocery store.
Mandino's.
Yes.
Mm.
I could not remember
Yeah,
what that was called.
Mandino's.
Yes.
I worked there too.
You had so many
I did.
jobs. I've had like 4 jobs my whole life.
And it wasn't like it was bad. It was just okay. On to the next one. Like I did a lot of little stuff and. I don't know. I guess I did. I didn't think I worked that
You
much, but I did
didn't.
have.
Yeah,
Because
no.
Mandino's didn't last. That was just a
No.
few, like maybe a couple weeks, and then
Yeah.
I was out of there.
But I can't
You're a
believe that
Mandino.
she would
Yeah.
give us a grocery list and some cash, and we would leave the school, go to Mandino's,
Yep.
smoke a cigarette,
Yep.
go do the shopping, come back, smoke another cigarette, and then go back to school.
Yeah.
And when did we shop? Was it during our study hall?
I think so.
Because
Yeah,
we
had
didn't
to
do it
have been.
before or after.
No.
It was like during
Or maybe during
school.
class. Maybe we got to go during class. Like if it was just,
And it would be for
Or-
the next day.
or would it be for study? Maybe it was study hall.
We had to have done it at
Yeah.
study hall because then we cooked that stuff that
yes.
day.
Yeah. It would be for that day. You'd get your grocery list together. We'd go buy it all.
Yeah.
And then we come back.
What kind of stuff would you buy?
Just like, it was whatever we were making
what
that
did
day.
we make?
I can't remember anything we
I know.
made.
I think we did tater tot casserole.
Which is so funny because that was something that my mom made, so I
Yeah.
knew how to make it.
I make that all the time for the
Yeah.
bacon cheeseburger though one for the kids. They
Ooh.
love that. But yeah, I think it was tater tot casserole that we made. And that we cooked more than that. But
And
I know
I-
that was one of the meals.
Like I feel like we cooked chicken at least once.
Oh, yeah.
Because like that's like an important thing to know how to cook.
yeah.
So you don't kill anybody with salmonella.
Yeah. Oh gosh, that happened to
Yeah.
me. I was at a party and they were grilling out and they didn't cook it all the way. So I'm eating like this chicken sandwich.
Stop it.
And I go to eat like into the middle and it was like
Ew.
gooey. Like there was a tumor in the chicken or something.
Oh God. Barf. Did you throw up?
I barfed for probably,
Ew.
I think I was sick for 2 weeks and lost 13 pounds.
Stop it.
It was bad. It was bad.
You totally had salmonella.
I totally had
Yeah,
it.
that's,
Yep.
oh my gosh.
And I remember I worked at a tanning salon down in Roselle, and I told them I am really sick. Like,
Yeah.
and I don't know why, but back then I didn't think to go to the hospital like we do now. There's like, you know,
No,
I didn't even know where the hospital was.
Hold on. You didn't go to the hospital because you called your mother, who is a nurse.
Yeah.
And she goes, "You'll be fine. Just make sure you hydrate."
Yeah, just drink Gatorade.
Mom.
And it was like 2 weeks worth. I mean, I think after like the first week, I was finally okay. I think I can actually get out of pajamas, you know,
Oh my
or like
God.
it was so bad. It was so bad.
I remember I got food poisoning from the China buffet.
Yeah.
And I've read reviews on that place.
Is it still
I
open?
cannot believe that place is still open.
Really?
I mean, maybe not with like COVID right
yeah.
now.
Yeah.
But
I would
that
hope
place is still open, and you can go back years of reviews where people are like, I got so sick like 20 minutes after I left there.
I wish we could write
geez.
reviews on Friends That Cook. I would absolutely put a review on there. Thanks, Mike. You made me sick for 2 weeks. You know what's funny is I can still picture the chicken. Like I can still picture it in my head.
Oh, God, yeah.
Like I went to go like take
I
a
can
bite.
only
I'm like, oh
imagine.
no, that's not done. It was just like raw chicken in the middle and like something
Ew.
oozed out of it. I'm like, I'm gonna get
Stop.
sick. And sure enough, that night I was so sick. So cook your chicken.
Ew.
Get
To
a
at least
thermometer.
160 degrees.
Yeah.
65.
We do
I think.
165.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh my
Ugh.
gosh, it was
Yeah.
so bad.
That is bad.
Yeah. We got to get a chef on here. They can tell us all about it.
Yeah, right?
Maybe they do more than tater tot casserole.
I'll tell you what, I got Johnny got me that Blackstone grill.
Oh my gosh,
You
I'm
love
so
it?
jealous of that.
If you need like a reason to stop eating out, buy
Yeah.
one of those.
Yeah.
It'll
You
make you cook
Oh
at
my
home.
gosh.
Yeah.
I just
And you're on
A friend of
TikTok.
mine has one, and yeah,
There's
it looks,
so
yeah.
many
she always
recipes on
Snapchats like
TikTok.
on a Sunday. I just
Yeah.
want to like lick the phone because
I
all
think
looks so
Blackstone
good.
is really
Yes.
coming in. Everybody has one of those.
Yes.
Everybody
Yeah.
loves them.
Yes, that thing is phenomenal. I'll never cook bacon in the house again.
So
Yeah.
tell everybody about the Snapchat to Shannon.
Oh, yeah. So Shannon.
Hi, Shannon.
Hi, Shannon. I know you're listening. So she sent, we have streaks going, right, on Snapchat. And she had sent how, like, she's moving jobs. And, you know, it's like, oh, I cleaned out my desk drawer. You know, it was like
15
a super.
years? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It was like a super, like, sentimental
Yes.
Snapchat. And I started responding to her. And I have no idea what I even typed, but I like totally got distracted and like started working. And like 2 hours later, I look and she's just like question mark question. And I was like, oh my God, I don't even know what I wrote. Like I imagine I was just like, oh yeah. Like,
That's what I hate about Snapchat because I always forget to save it
I
too, and then they
know.
go respond. I'm like, shit, what
And
did
you're
I
like,
say?
what?
I have
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
idea what I said.
I hate
can't
that.
remember anything as
you know
it
what?
is.
I went through and like everybody that I talk to normally, like Meredith and like all my good friends, you can go in and it saves chat for at least 24 hours.
Okay.
So then as long as I respond within 24 hours, you'll see what you originally said. But Shannon and I must not have done that one. Because usually we do streaks and then whatever if we have something funny, you know, or whatever. And so when she was like question mark, like I was like, oh my God. I meant to be like, oh my God, you're gonna be so missed and I love you and this and that and like
and it came out as, oh yeah.
oh yeah. Clean out that drawer.
definitely. Holy smokes.
That's funny.
That's bad. Meredith, I do that to you too.
Oh yeah, I'll be like, I'll text you and I'll say, hey, can you send me this information? You be, oh yeah, no problem. You send it back to me and then I'm like, oh, can you send me a picture? Nothing.
Nothing.
I'm the worst.
6 hours later. Oh, you wanted a picture of that? Sorry, I left 3 hours ago. Sorry, I got really busy doing my job.
TikTok
you know,
has
like,
made me feel better about my life.
everything,
I
right?
love
I know that sounds sad to say.
Normalizes everything, though.
I mean, that sounds sad that an app makes you. It does.
It
It makes
does.
me feel better about my life.
Yeah.
Like, see, I'm doing pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Like, there's a
You're
lot
like,
of other people in the
my
same
house
boat.
isn't really gross like that video.
Yeah,
you know, like
yeah, and it's so much positivity. I
Yeah,
feel like
it
With
is.
Facebook compared to Facebook.
Yep.
So much.
I will
Yep.
never forget years and years ago, this girl posted a picture of her I think it was like a prom
Stop it.
dress.
I know exactly.
You know exactly what's gonna happen.
Do I?
Oh yeah.
I think I do.
Oh yeah. I think it was like a prom dress, but she was gonna go on a cruise or whatever.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
And
I need to hear this.
my ass replied back, "You look very nice, but now step out of that dress and clean that fucking room." I actually wrote that back.
About, was it 4 years ago? I deleted Facebook. I did 2 years.
Ooh.
2 full years. And it was fine. Like
I could have almost done
I could have
another year
yeah,
and
it
not
really,
even cared about it.
No, I really did. The only reason why I did get back on was because of the fireworks stuff.
Oh.
I needed to, I needed to
and
be
that's
on
really
there.
why I'm on is for Clopen.
Yep.
Yeah, and that was
You
the
have
only
to,
reason
yeah.
why
Yeah.
I went back on. Otherwise, I probably would have just been fine with it. But
Yeah.
my friends from the fireworks are like, Val, we need your help. Like, you got to get back on
That's
social
funny.
media and get going.
You know what? And I feel like because like a lot of Karens showed up on Facebook,
Oh,
and that's why a
gosh.
lot of people gave up on it.
Yeah, it's just
And
ridiculous.
that's starting to happen to TikTok.
Is
too.
it?
Is it?
Ugh.
Oh no.
It
So I
is.
was talking to Julia the other day, and she said if she looks up something that's kind of like what her algorithm is.
Yeah.
So if you look up something
Yeah.
else, like can you type in non-Karens?
Yeah, right. Not a Karen, please.
Yeah. I
You know?
mean,
yeah.
will it fix it?
I don't
or-
know. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Who knows?
I don't.
I don't think we can. I don't think we can get away from them. They're everywhere.
And I noticed also, I didn't know this. When I deleted the TikTok app off my phone, it wiped out everything. I don't have a lot of videos. I don't post anything,
Oh,
but
yeah.
everybody I was following, gone.
Oh no!
So don't ever delete your TikTok if you don't want to. Yes. Did we get off subject again?
Of course we did. Of course we did. But we wanted to learn all about you.
Well, for DoorDashing, if anybody is looking, like, it is worth it.
Yeah.
That's part of my retail part, the DoorDashing.
Yeah. Let's
Yeah.
keep talking about that. I'm
If-
very interested.
If you
in
want to
this.
make some quick cash, it's worth it. You really can make a quick $100 in
Yeah.
a few hours
Yeah.
if you know what you're doing. Once you get the hang of it,
Just
like,
don't take those $6 orders.
yeah, it's anything. And,
Only the
and then my friend
$8.50.
who told me about this, he also told me he thinks that now it's at $7. So that's
Oh.
I haven't been able to play around with the $7 part yet. Just-
Yeah.
I know $8.50 and higher. I'm guaranteed. So
Yeah.
I'll
So
probably
it's just a DoorDash app, and
Yep.
it knows where you're at all times.
Yes.
And then
you can pick where you want to go. Like it'll give you kind of like your filters, like on anything. If you're buying anything, so you just put in. You can type in where you want to work. It has all the different options, and you just pick which. So
Okay.
you can pick, and then you can just pick your times. And usually, it could go from 5 a.m. till 5 a.m. next day.
Yeah.
You can move your hours around. You can move your days around. It is sometimes it's hit or miss. Like if you don't have it scheduled, you might not get to work that
So
day.
that's good for
Or
like,
it could get like if you want to work last minute and
Yeah.
you look, oh, it's busy. It'll let you log in and start working
so
right
are
away.
there
Yeah.
like DoorDash wars where there's like the pros that
you can tell, like when I was really hitting it hard in the beginning, you could tell like who's actually doing it to work,
Yeah.
and I would run into them a lot, and we'd all talk
Yeah.
and share stuff. But
Yeah.
the last few months, I've been out on my own. Really, I haven't really seen a whole lot of people.
No.
But
do you have like a little sticker you put in your car window?
no?
are you supposed to?
No, I mean you don't
Oh.
have. I mean we have our bag. I get a DoorDash bag, and
Yeah.
then you have to go online to buy everything else: stickers, face
Oh.
masks. Like they don't send you
Dude, I've
anything
seen
free.
people with like jackets with
Yeah.
like their name embroidered on it, and I'm like, man, this picture's
I've done.
hardcore.
Well, here I have the app on my phone. I can just show you just a little real quick.
Yeah.
Of what it kind of. This is my.
Do you have a
app.
car that's good on gas?
So I used to use my daughter's little Volkswagen. Well,
Yeah.
then we sold that. She got a Jeep Cherokee, and she has a car payment on that. So I don't like to take that from her. We have
Right.
two trucks. I have a
Yeah.
Suburban and a truck, so I can't really
Oh,
DoorDash, and
yeah.
it's not worth it.
Yeah.
So I was taking her car, but I feel bad because that's her car. She's paying for it. So I'm
Yeah.
on the hunt. If anybody has anything like around $1,000 that's good on gas, I really
Yeah.
am on the hunt for it because
Yeah.
it helps. And of course,
Get a
it's
hold
not-
of her on Sticky Bay Fireworks.
Yeah. Yes. Let's just see if it
that's really
opens
what the
up.
raffle's
Yeah.
paying for. is a
Yeah,
new car.
right.
Car,
No,
yeah.
No, I just
Mama
kidding.
needs a new car.
But yeah,
and
you
some
can
fireworks.
see on the app as soon if it opens up, you can see everything on here. You can see where you're at.
Can
There
you
it
see other
goes. See, so
DoorDashers?
like right now, I know nobody can really see what I'm telling you guys,
Yeah.
but
Okay,
so
let me look at it.
So I could hit dash now and start
Okay.
dashing if I wanted to.
So it shows what's the red outline area?
I call that the bubble. That's like where we
oh
are.
wow! You
Oh.
scroll down to the city and
Yeah.
look at it's very
Yeah.
busy in the city.
I-
And those are
obviously-
all the DoorDashers.
Like
that are
those,
in
no,
red?
those are all.
Those are places where you can
could
go to work.
Oh,
But now
okay.
look at these say like $1.50.
That is called
$1.
peak pay. You get peak pay, so whatever your order say comes in at $6, you'll get an extra
An extra.
extra
$1.50
that.
or-
Yes,
Oh.
and those are during certain hours. You get a week's
Yeah.
notice.
So that's
You-
got to be lunch at noon.
yeah,
and-
like
and
it'll tell
dinner
you a
and-
time. It'll give you a time slot. They have
Oh,
all different.
yeah.
I have like over 1,000 lifetime deliveries, or no, maybe not quite 1,000, but
And they rate you, and can
Yes,
you rate them?
I'll show you that too.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
It shows
Okay,
you
here, let me
everything.
give it back to you.
Like you can start dashing, but you go to like your earnings, your ratings, your account, your scheduling. You go to the ratings and it'll tell you I'm at 4.8. My acceptance rate's low because I decline everything unless if it's 850. But that really
yeah.
does. I'm at 713 lifetime deliveries.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you have nice percentages.
Yeah,
That's good.
So
That's
then
good.
you just go to your earnings. You can look to see what you're making, and then you go to the schedule and picks time slot.
Oh,
It's-
okay.
It's real flexible, and that's what I like because I know my kids are older, but I still like to be home for them.
Right.
We go camping a lot, so I like to, I don't have a boss,
Yeah.
but there is a downside. If I'm lazy and I don't want to go,
Right.
I don't have to go.
And then you're not making no money.
You're not making any money.
And
yeah.
then one day turns into 2 days, and then it snowballs effects. Like in the last 2 weeks, I really haven't been in the mood. But
Yeah.
So when you're in the mood, how often do you do it?
I'll go like 4 days a week.
Oh,
Monday,
wow, yeah,
Tuesday,
that's-
take Wednesday off, Thursday, Friday.
Okay. And do you see a lot of the same people ordering the same Jimmy John's and whatever else?
Usually for lunch, yeah, it's Chipotle, Panera, Jersey Mike's. Those are my like 3 big
And you
ones
just walk
during
in and say
Yep,
DoorDash.
I'm
and
here
they-
for door. I'll have my bag, so usually they can see me.
Yeah.
And they have worked out a lot of kinks before. Like you get an order come in, you'd go, and you'd end up sitting there for like 20 minutes waiting for this order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They figured it out now. Now it's like you get the order, you get there, and it's ready for you. So
Yeah.
they figured out that timing problem. That
Yeah.
was really
Oh,
driving
okay,
me nuts.
okay.
Because I'd be sitting there, and you're wasting time because you want to get there and get out,
Right.
drop it off, and get another order.
And get done with it,
So you
yeah.
make more money.
So anyways,
Sorry,
I've watched I've watched TikToks about restaurants where because it's like they have an iPad that like dings when they get a DoorDash order.
It sounds exactly like when I get an order. It's the same thing when the restaurant gets ordered.
Yeah.
It's the same sound. It's the same everything.
So like they'll go out, on their day off, try to relax, and they'll be at a restaurant or a bar, and they hear that ding, and it's like PTSD to them. Like, no, it's another DoorDash order.
wow.
Because it was so bad in the beginning.
it was. I mean,
They
'cause
hated it.
it's hard. It was a lot of kinks to work out because then they get mad at us as drivers, and
Yeah.
it's like, I'm sorry, I'm just going by what my app
Right.
says. I feel bad, and
Right.
now it's like I can tell like right away. I'm like, I was just around the corner. That's why I'm here early. Please just take your
Yeah.
time. Like I'm
Yeah.
here really, really early. But
Yeah.
it was the timing thing was a headache.
And now it'll tell you what time to show up to the restaurant.
Now it's before it kind of would tell you what time, but it would like you'd be sitting there for 20 minutes and it was a very bad time. Now it's real like you as soon as I get the order, I'll go right to I don't even have
Yeah.
to check the time anymore.
I feel like
just
the
go right to the
restaurant needed
restaurant.
to work out the kinks
It was
too.
it was between DoorDash and the restaurant. Like the
Yeah.
drivers had nothing to do with it, but it was frustrating. But now it's easy. I'm in and out.
Yeah.
And sometimes you get a delay, but what are you gonna do? It's
So then,
it's
did
just
you
it
deal
is.
with like shitty people in the beginning? Like, oh my God,
Sometimes,
I've been
but
waiting
as long
45 minutes for
as
my
long as
food.
I would text them and keep in contact with them, I really never have.
Do you ever send them like funny memes?
No,
I
see
saw
it.
that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I am-
People send funny memes.
I know I've got to like kind of up my game a little bit with that because I did what did I order? Oh, I did Walmart grocery. I just got stuff for dinner, so I did it within 2 hours.
Yeah.
And this lady sent me this long like step by step of her processes, and
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God.
well, I guess this is. I mean, this is a lot. I ain't doing this.
Yeah.
I'll come up with something a little smaller, but that's how
Yeah.
you make more money too.
Right.
Being real overly friendly and over like
You're like,
informative.
oh, hey.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Oh, hey there. I'm just arriving to the restaurant now.
Yeah.
On my way, playa.
Wait,
Yeah.
do we have a mutual friend that they posted something about that? Because I
I
remember
don't know.
seeing that.
I think it was a TikTok.
or maybe Sarah.
Maybe it was on Facebook because
Yeah, something.
TikToks are showing up on Facebook because
Yeah,
that's how
maybe.
cool
Yeah.
TikTok is.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
like this DoorDasher that like it was like
Somebody can
Daffy
find
Duck
us, alright.
throwing the food at like the door or something. And
Yeah.
they were like, not gonna do it like that. But here's your
Yeah.
food, or it was like something
Yeah.
really cute like that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm gonna just scroll through and see if I can find just so you can see what her thing was. It was just crazy. I'm like, well, I guess I got to start stepping up my game because it's a
Yeah.
lot to put out there. But you want to make money, you really got to kind of go abroad.
And you know,
Right.
really, you're
Right.
entertaining yourself too. You're working
Yes.
by yourself.
Yes.
You only have this customer that you're dealing with that probably
Yeah.
won't write you back. So
Yeah.
it's like, oh, I'll just have some fun and
Yeah.
hopefully make
That's
some extra
funny.
money,
And
right?
that is probably the thing is you're by yourself.
Yeah.
A lot of the day.
Yeah.
And like I said, I don't like driving.
Yeah.
I think people will pay for a good personality too.
Yes.
I think so too.
They're paying for
Yeah.
entertainment and their food.
Yes.
So then, can people request you?
That's what I really wish DoorDash would do is like give us a code or something
Yeah.
that I could give to my friends. So if I am
Yeah.
working, like Cass could be like, request driver, put in my code,
Right.
and if I'm not busy, it'll send it to me.
Right.
And like go, that would be really nice to have like regulars on
Yeah.
your DoorDash
Yeah.
route. But I haven't heard anything ever about it. That was just
No.
I thought in my head, but it's nice to hear that
Just
somebody
thought
else.
in my head.
Yes, I thought about it a long time. Like, God, I wish, because I'm always like, are you
Yeah.
working? Are you working? I'm like, even if I am working, what are the
I
odds
can't guarantee
you're
I'll
gonna
get
get
it.
me
Yeah.
out of probably? I mean, I have no idea how many drivers are out
Right.
there. Like, I have no clue. So.
Or like, even if you tell me that you just put in an order at
Yeah, I
McDonald's,
mean,
I might not get
No,
that
I mean,
order from
cool.
McDonald's.
It could be like a 1 in a million chance that I'm
Right.
gonna get it. I have no
Right.
idea.
Yeah.
That's
so.
funny. So my neighbor's daughter works for Domino's Pizza, and she got in trouble because her friends were calling and like, can we get her to deliver our pizza?
Yeah.
Oh,
You know?
boy.
Yeah, like or like when you go to the restaurant,
Yeah.
you're like, can I have Cass is my
Like,
waitress?
can I have
Yeah,
that area over
Yeah.
there where she's working? Yeah, it's funny.
yeah, that would kind of, if you're working at a restaurant and you keep calling for
Yeah.
the same person,
And then the boss like yelled at her, and she's like, "I didn't tell him to call." And
Yeah,
ask for me.
right.
Why are you yelling at me?
yeah,
You know?
right. You mean all of your friends?
Yeah.
In the very beginning, like
Yeah.
a couple years ago, I would have actual people's phone numbers,
No, I
and they
don't
would
like
have
that.
my phone
Yeah.
number, and I
Yeah.
didn't like really catch on to that until after a few weeks, and I'm like, wait a minute, these people have my real phone number. Now it's
Yeah.
kind of like a third party service,
Okay.
you know,
Like a
like
code or
yeah, it's
something,
like hi, your
right?
DoorDash is connecting you to your customer now. So,
Okay.
but yeah, in the beginning, they had my phone
Yeah,
number,
because
and
what
I
if you
had
get some
theirs.
weirdo?
Exactly, and I
Yeah.
always thought that, but then that was another kink they worked out was,
Yeah.
oh, maybe we shouldn't have these people having their real
Oh my
phone numbers because
God.
we did. I
These
would
poor people just trying to make a couple extra bucks on
We
the
don't have
weekend.
weirdos around here, though.
Oh
do we?
no, not
Yeah,
at
right.
all.
it's nice. It's good. It's easy cash. It gets
You
me out
gotta
of
like
the
look up some
house.
gifts, you know, like I'm on my way, and it's like Superman with like a McDonald's
Yes, I do.
bag or
I'll have to
something.
get like a little spiel
Yeah.
made up and copy and
Yeah.
paste it, so I can just have to hit,
Yeah.
send.
Yeah.
Things that like drive me crazy is the GPS. Like sometimes it
It takes you
usually
crazy.
usually it's good, and I'll get to the house no problem.
Yeah.
This happened on Clark Road though, actually. So I
Oh
got
my God, my old
Oh God,
road!
I told Lex about Clark Road. I said, you have no
Oh,
idea.
God.
I said, this was like the popular road.
Yeah,
I said,
all the cool people lived on Clark Road.
yes, we did. Or you did. I lived around the corner. There's a lot of twins too. But hang on, let me get
Yeah.
to this. So I even knew it because I know the area.
Right.
And I could tell it was going to take me to like a dead end in the subdivision off of Clark Road.
Yeah.
But on the other side, on Spring Grove Road, it like connects, but it does like
Oh.
that's where it was going to.
It's like there's supposed to be
yes,
a road
it's
there
supposed
that
to be
never got
connected. So
built.
I'm on the side. I'm on Clark Road side, and some lady thankfully was walking, and I like explained. She's like, "What are you doing?" I explained. She's like, "You know what? I think you got to go around." And thank God I'm
Yeah.
like kind of smart when it comes to the
Well,
driving.
and you live
And I
there.
yeah. Yes, so I just followed the GPS all the way around and got there, and that's happened to me probably like 5 or 6 times.
Yeah.
Where I have to really find this house on my
Yeah.
own because
Yeah.
it's not taking me there.
It's not
And I've
taking
had
you
to, I've
there,
dropped
yeah.
them off at houses on accident, like the wrong house,
Oh,
and then they call me. Oh, I think,
no.
and I have to run back real fast and grab it
grab
before
it.
anybody touches it.
Oh,
and
no.
Like, and then everybody's really nice, and I'm like, I'm sorry, it was the wrong house. They're like, oh, it's no big deal. It's nobody, it just sat there.
They're
They
like,
called
we know
me right
those
away.
neighbors.
Yeah.
They don't have
That's
roaches.
happened a bunch
It's
of
fine.
times too, where it's gone to the wrong house, and that's embarrassing. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, sorry.
Because so like, what if the people do grab it and it's like not theirs?
I know that's what it's never happened
It's
to
never
me before.
happened?
So it's because I'm like, you can't go
Because
back.
I'm like, do you have to pay for
I
it?
don't.
You know?
Because like, once I close out of like that order, I'm out of it. So
Yeah.
I can't like go back in. They have to call DoorDash and take it up
Yeah.
with them. Like, sorry.
Oh,
Do
shit.
people call? They don't call you or send
No.
you a message if the food is wrong, right?
They do because like they don't know any other way at first.
Yeah.
But so I have to tell them just like, hang on a second here. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm just the driver. There's not a whole lot I can do.
Yeah.
If I do forget something, like if it is my fault, like sometimes I've left their drink in my car before.
Oh,
and I've turned
shoot.
around and gone
Yeah.
back and like, I'm so sorry, or I've caught it the last second.
Yeah.
But there's not a whole lot I can do. I'm just the driver.
Right,
They have
right.
to call and take it up with DoorDash.
If they forgot your ranch, you need to call
Yeah,
them and take
exactly.
it up with them.
Like,
I did not
in the
drink your
begin-
ranch on the way here.
Yes, it's gotten so much better though. In the beginning, food would get forgotten all the time. And
Yeah.
like you can't go and look in somebody's bag.
Right.
But they'd always make sure you check it. Well, how am I supposed to check it if I can't? And so
Yeah.
that you really had to depend on the restaurant, and it was a disaster in the beginning. But now it's so much. All the bags
Yeah.
are sealed. You can't even look in the bags, which is fine by me because then
Yeah.
it's not my fault.
So professional door dashers, which you seem to be.
Yes,
one,
I am a
is
professional.
amazing.
Yes.
So where is your little box of condiments in the car?
Yeah,
So that it's like
Yeah.
ketchup, mustard,
Yeah.
ranch, honey
Usually,
mustard.
they're all. I mean, the restaurants have gotten really good.
Yeah.
And I don't really have to worry about that stuff because I'm just the driver.
When you
And
hand them their drink, is
yeah.
the straw already in it?
No. Like, I love picking up food from McDonald's. McDonald's DoorDashing, they are on top of their game. They have their drinks. They have everything in the bag. Like, you don't have to worry about a thing. They
Even
just
drinks in
They
the
have
bag?
their drinks. Again, they have little holders now that go into the bags.
Weird.
So we DoorDashed last night, so I can explain. They have bags with handles, and then they put your bagged food inside that bag. And it's all sealed. And then their drinks, they have little holders. Put a drink, they put it in the handled bag for you. Seal it up. It's great.
I never DoorDash.
McDonald's is on their game.
I mean, I ate Culver's last night, and that was all the way across town. We were all like, "What do we want for dinner?" And the neighbor's like, "Culver's," and I was like, "That's across town."
Yeah, I say that too. We are old across town. Like, really,
across
it's like Ava has her one friend that like lives by the Moose Lodge. And we
Yeah.
call that across town because her dad lived across the street from
You're
us.
like,
so we got to
go
get
all the way across town.
And her mom would be like, "Why does your dad say that?" I said, "Because he's old. That's across town." Okay, but I get what you're saying. I'm subject again, but.
Oh, that's so funny.
Like DoorDashing, honestly, I don't know how some people afford. I had an order
Yeah.
for Epic Deli. Okay, I love Epic Deli. It's the greatest. I love eating it there more than getting it delivered.
Yeah.
And some people, I've gotten like $150 order from Epic Deli,
Oh my
and it's like that's
gosh.
a lot of food to like not taste better.
great.
It tastes
Yeah.
better at the restaurant.
Yeah.
And it just does, and it's
Yeah.
not knocking them, but.
See, and that's probably why I never do DoorDash.
And it's gonna
Yeah.
cost them like $160 to door. I mean, last
Yeah.
night it was I think $57 to DoorDash or McDonald's.
What would
Oh
it
my
be if you went through the
God.
drive-thru?
Probably like 35.
Oh my God.
And so we don't do it. Like, trust me, we do not DoorDash because that's probably like the third time we've really DoorDashed.
Oh my gosh.
I will for myself every once in a while, and even then, it's $20.
I think I
for
looked,
one meal.
Yeah, I think I looked one time like, let's see DoorDash.
Yes.
And they even sent me like a coupon code because I never used it. And I was like,
But so it's like
Nope.
I don't understand how it's still alive because it's
Yeah.
expensive. And
I remember someone saying at work that he was just dying for coffee, and so he DoorDashed it. Didn't even look at his receipt, and it's a normal $6 or $7
Yeah,
cup that
it
he
was-
gets, and he looked at his receipt, it was $18 for the
it's
What the
DoorDash.
yeah,
shit?
it's crazy, and people do it though.
He was
People
like,
pay
"This
for
is
it.
the best cup of coffee
Oh my
ever," because it was
God.
$18.
Yes. I've
I was
had
like, "You're
Starbucks
nuts."
orders and stuff. Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm like, just go take a break and walk to your Starbucks.
No
because, you know, he's in the
kidding.
city, so I'm like, no way.
Yeah, like I DoorDashed at McDonald's just for myself, like, and it was I think it was $18, like 18, 20
That's
bucks.
insane.
So
I would
like
never.
it's a treat
for
to
some
DoorDash.
shitty chicky nuggies.
No, they're the best. Don't you knock my McDonald's chicken nuggets. I love them. I got a 10-piece at home. I'm gonna go devour when I get.
So
No,
when
my
a
fries.
DoorDash, I know you said you've only done it a couple times, but does your food come warm?
Yes, last night they were so fast.
Really?
They've gotten way better in the time. I couldn't believe how fast she was. I ordered it, and probably within 15 minutes, it was at the house.
That's crazy.
She was
crazy.
super fast last night because I put in the order, and within probably 2 minutes, your DoorDash driver was at McDonald's.
Wow.
Yes. And they were, and so she was sitting there waiting for the order. Once the order's
That's
done,
why,
grab
that's
it,
why
go.
I order Papa Savarios and Domino's because they're really close to the
Yes.
house.
Yeah.
And it's
Always.
like I literally have to like cut the cheese on
Oh,
my pizza
yeah,
because
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like
So
they cut it, but then it like
melts.
melted
I used
back
to order
again.
from Papa Savarios a
Oh, I
lot, but
love
now we
Papa
do
Savarios.
DoorDash it.
Yeah.
No way, it'll
Yeah.
be like $80.
Yeah, it will
Val,
be.
Val dash it. Val, tomorrow can you
Val,
sit
yes,
and
I
hand
will.
me
Bring me a
pizza?
pizza.
I'll bring you a slice. If you still worked at where you used to work, I
know,
miss seeing.
yeah.
Like I would go there just to see Cass, and I
know.
really have. I've honestly, we've actually gone recently a couple times, but before, once you quit, I really
Didn't go there
no,
anymore.
because I just go want to see you, even
makes-
though I didn't know if you were working or
that
anything.
makes me feel good.
Yeah, but even the kids know, like,
Yeah.
but now you're not there anymore.
I
So
know,
it's kind of
I'm
like now I'm back at
sorry.
Walmart all the time.
I'm sorry.
And I like, because I hate driving, and it's like you had the sweetest setup. You were 2 minutes from your
I
house.
know.
Yeah.
How do you go from 2 minutes from your house to an hour drive? Is it
You
longer
know,
than an hour?
Sometimes.
Oh, fuck that.
I mean, if you think about it, like I drive at least an hour there, and then it could be anywhere
Yeah.
from like 5 minutes to like 45 minutes
Yeah.
in between,
Right.
and then at least an hour home.
Well, holy cow.
Yeah, this is fun, guys. Thank you for having
Do
me.
I say that at the end of everything?
Holy smokes.
Holy smokes. That was
I know we got off
long
subject a few
episode.
times there.
Who
but-
cares? If they don't
really
want to listen,
garbage
they
me.
skip it.
Yeah, I mean, it was fun. Cass, we had a blast
I
growing
know,
up, and I
I
miss
know.
hanging out with you.
I know.
It's
You
life.
were my best friend.
We
in high
really, we
school,
did. Like,
yes.
I'd pick Cass up from school every
Yeah.
morning, and it was not
So
out of my
you
way.
were the bad
Yeah.
influence of why she smokes?
We were
or-
probably both.
No.
No, we
No.
both did. We both
Yeah.
smoked and
We
Unbelievable.
both
other
smoked and
things.
drank and
yeah,
made out with boys.
yeah. I was a little floozy there for a little
Walked
while.
through the cornfields,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, because we could go to
Passed out
Cass's
in
house.
some
Yeah, we could go to
cornfield.
Cass's house and do whatever we wanted. So
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, Paula,
Yeah.
I'm going to Cassie's.
Okay. Okay. All right, guys. Thanks for listening
Thank
tonight.
you for listening.
Thank you guys.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Val.
Thank you guys so much for having me.
This
It was
was
a lot
so
of fun.
much fun.
It really
I learned so
was.
much about fireworks,
Oh my God.
DoorDash,
Yes.
drinking,
Yes.
smoking,
Passing out in the field.
Yeah.
passing out
Yeah.
in fields.
And we-
This is amazing.
Yes, thank you guys so much.
So much
It really was.
information.
It was
This
a
was
lot
the
of
me and
fun.
Val reminiscing.
I
Yes.
loved it. I just sat here and enjoyed
I know you
it.
really
This-
did, and we probably could have talked for like at least another 2 hours.
Well,
but
yeah,
we
I
gotta
just
wrap it
really
up.
enjoyed this. This was amazing. So
There's a
You
lot.
learned a lot
There's a
about
lot
us.
to hear about from
Did. This was
14 to
so fun.
39. We didn't even get to your wedding.
Oh my
Aw,
God. I
man.
know.
all right,
That's
tell
okay.
everybody one more time about the Facebook page. for-
Okay, yes. Facebook, Pistachio Bay Fireworks. You can get all your information there. The Oak Park Lounge Bar. Super raffle tickets are down there.
Come check it out.
Yes,
Yes, please,
please.
please.
Yes,
It's a great
awesome.
show.
And then come see the fireworks.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. Because we didn't get to do it last year. And it is
Yeah.
an amazing, amazing show. Trust me.
is,
It is
yes.
the best you will see around here.
Awesome. Thanks.
Okay.
Episode
Yes.
12.
Woo!
All right. Thank you, everybody.
Bye, guys.
This podcast is brought to you by Name Tag Productions, LLC. Entire podcast, unless otherwise stated, written by the hosts. Drums, written and performed by my son Steven. The Clopen Effect, a retail podcast. If we have to be all in this together, we might as well make it fun.